Hello everybody, I'm Starrapter. Welcome to another week of This Week in Star Wars Canon. If you're new to the show, basically every week I talk about everything new in the Star Wars universe. This could be anything from the TV series, the comics, the novels, and the video games. With this week, we had another episode of Rebels. This is Season 3. The episode title is The Holocrons of Fate. So right off the bat, I just want to let this out there. This is one of the best episodes of Rebels, hands down. So basically what happens in this episode is Kanan and Ezra are forced to thwart Maul's plans because Maul actually takes the crew of the Ghost hostage, you know, Chopper, Hera, Zeb, and Sabine, holds them hostage on this mining installation or something like that. So basically he's holding them hostage. He wants them to bring him the Sith Holocron because it grants them this vision. So it's basically Ezra, Canon, they go back to the planet with the rebel base, they go find Bendu, and he tells them to go get this holocron from the cave with the spiders. So they do, they get that, they bring it back to Maul, and at the end of the episode, Maul and Ezra basically put these holocrons together, and it basically gives them visions of the future, and Maul escapes at the end. But basically, this was an incredible episode. This was, for me, this is better than the premiere. I really enjoyed it. Some positives I'm going to go into here are, first off, Maul. Sam Witwer as Maul. This guy is an incredible voice actor. Maul has just come such a long way since what we've seen him in The Phantom Menace as this guy that had basically one line, you know, at least we will have revenge on the Jedi. You know, that's basically all he said in The Phantom Menace. And now he's such a power player. And, you know, since Clone Wars with the Mandalorians, now here he's just pulling the strings of all the characters. He also has this amazing ability, such as Kylo Ren. In the beginning of the episode, he probes Hera's mind using the Force to find out, you know, what's going on. I thought that was brilliant. Now we can finally connect the dots with some of these other Force abilities that these other Force users have. Also, Maul, man, he's taking on the whole Rebels crew. They try to do a coup on him. You know, Hera, Zeb, and Sabine trying to, you know, one-up him, and he just comes back and just whoops all their asses like nothing happened. And you could definitely tell he might be isolated, but he is not weak. So moving on to another thing I liked about the episode was the music. Especially in the cave, there is some awesome music being played. It just really seemed like it was part of that whole emotional connection that Kanan and Ezra are reconnecting. Ezra's been fed up with his master. Now he realizes they have to work together. Kanan is not against him, but in fact is his friend, his mentor, and he has to accept that. He has to say, this guy has risked everything to teach me the ways of the Force. So the whole scene with the cave and Kanan telling Ezra about not taking any weapons into it reminded me of that whole Empire Strikes Back scene, like Yoda telling Luke, you know, do not take your weapons with you type of thing. Like, you got to use the Force to really overcome this obstacle. I really enjoyed that whole sequence there. Another thing that was really cool that connects with the Son of Dathomir comic, which Maul was in, was the ship that he used to get away. It was called a Gauntlet Fighter. I think it has a specific name. I'm not sure. But it's really cool time material for sure. Also, Kanan is such a badass. I mean, he survived the vacuum of space after being, you know, extinguished out of there by Maul, who thought he killed him. You can't kill Kanan that easily. He's a blind guy, yes, but he's very strong in the Force now that he's tapped into those abilities, losing his vision. And let's get to the biggie in the room here. Okay, so this episode really expanded on the Jedi and the Sith as a whole. I mean, we had never thought that the holocrons could have power beyond telling, like, what happened in the past. Like, if you put these Sith holocron and the Jedi holocron together, it gives you a vision of the future. And this was huge, because Ezra's looking through this thing, and he's saying there's two suns, and you could only think of one planet that has two suns in its orbit, Tatooine. So, what did he see in Tatooine? Did he see Luke? You know, did he see Obi-Wan? Because then we also hear Darth Maul saying, like, he's alive. So that can only mean one thing. Obi-Wan is alive, and this is, to me, they're going to have to go to Tatooine sometime in this, whether or not it's this season or next season, sometime in this series. I think they're going to have to go there. There's going to be a showdown between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. I'm calling it, or at least there's going to be some kind of interaction. It's going down. And Maul also said something about he doesn't care about the Empire, he doesn't care about the Rebels. You know, he just wants hope for the galaxy. You know, he's kind of his own independent guy here, and he just wants to have hope. So what exactly does that mean? I'm sure we're going to get more Maul in this season of Rebels. Let me know in the comment section below what you think is happening, and what did you guys think in general about this episode of Rebels. Like I said at the top of this episode, I think this is one of the best episodes of Rebels. It was one of my favorite things of Star Wars in general. I was so hooked into this episode. There wasn't one little dull moment in this 22-minute episode. I wish it could have been another 20 minutes, to be honest with you. But next week, it looks like we're going to have the Wedge Antilles extraction. So yes, Sabine is going to go undercover as an Imperial cadet, and she's going to break out Wedge. So there we go. We got some more Rebels joining the fight. So that's it for Rebels, but we didn't get anything for comics this week, guys. But just hold on a little longer, because next week we're getting Darth Vader number 25. Yes, that's the last issue of the Darth Vader series. So I've been very, very patiently waiting for this thing. It was supposed to be out in August, I believe, and they held it back for whatever reason. So I'm really looking forward to that. Also, this was an exciting week for us collectors. We got the launch of the Rogue One merchandise on Rogue Friday. If you haven't noticed, I picked up a few things myself. I picked up an Elite Series Death Trooper, a 6-inch Black Series Hover Tank Pilot, and a Lego K2SO buildable figure. I also picked up this really sweet shirt from Kohl's. And I actually have a vlog on me going around to my local stores, seeing what they had to offer. I also have an unboxing of that Hover Tank Pilot as well as the Lego K2SO, so make sure you check those out. And one last thing I want to mention is if you're watching this video the day it airs, I'll be in Comic-Con all this weekend, Thursday, October 6th through Sunday the 9th. So there's going to be two big Star Wars panels. On Thursday they're going to have the Hasbro Star Wars panel, hopefully showing off some new Black Series. Can't wait to see that. And then on Friday they're going to have the Writers Roundtable featuring Charles Soule, Timothy Zahn, James Lucino, you know, and it's just going to be a really insightful thing for everybody that's been reading the books. Hopefully they can share some new information about what we can expect going forward with these new novels. So make sure you follow me on Facebook. I'm going to be doing Facebook Lives from New York Comic Con as much as I can. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Everything is Starrapter. That's me. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you. Did you enjoy this video? Then make sure you go ahead and hit that thumbs up symbol. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribing to my channel will help me out, and it helps you guys out, keeping up to speed on all my latest content. Speaking of which, you can catch my weekly Star Wars show down over there. You can see a recent review I've done over there, and you can follow me on social media, Twitter @Starrapter, as well as Facebook.com/Starrapter.